You know, then there's the discussion about giving back to your community, giving back to your hood. Because, and I've talked to a few people about this, they couldn't really name anyone they knew, especially rappers, artists, whatever, that went back and started businesses in their own neighborhood. Lots of people start businesses. Jay-Z's got a great business empire, Puffy, whatever.
Not in the hood,
none of these places, there's nothing in Marcy. You know, well, Puffy's not really from the hood, but I mean,
yeah. But
you look at these people, they're not starting businesses where they grew up. Nipsey was very unique.
Yeah, he worked, man. He was. I think it's hard to do, Vlad. With the type, it depends on the type of person you are. It depends on your status in that neighborhood. Cause you know, everybody that's coming out rapping about the hood ain't necessarily nobody from that. You see what I'm saying? They probably only became somebody once they actually made it. And now everybody like, fuck it, they just gonna ride the wave cause
like a Suge Knight.
Exactly.
You know, and this is not a knock towards Suge Knight, but it was
Yeah,
established
exactly.
with the
That's a
interviews I've
perfect
done
example.
with Mob James and whatever else. Suge wasn't banging as a teenager. You know, he came, once he got rich, once Death Row blew up, he went back and started bringing all the Pyrus, and then he became part of that later on. Was Suge ever like made a Pyru himself, or was he just the money guy?
Suge was the money guy. Suge was never, like I said, when we did Budweiser Superfest, he asked me how many bloods I can get, how many you want, and from there, with his money and everybody cleaned to Suge, because now he got money. Now, okay, I'm gonna buy you this, I'm gonna take care of this. That's how Suge bought his way in. Now I got my brother and all these guys coming from the penitentiary, and the guys that my brother brought, it was, you couldn't look at Suge wrong. So now they accept Suge as one of us. He live in the neighborhood, he been living in the neighborhood, so he's one of us.
Right.
But farthest, you know, putting in, you know, breaking bread in the neighborhood, he never did that.
He was not that OG figure the whole time.
Right.
But even he didn't really start businesses in Compton like that, did he?
Nah, not that I know of.
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
that I know of either.
like I said, it's hard to do, but it don't mean that people don't give back. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that people haven't helped people a million times over where they from. You know what I mean? But starting a business, you would have to be a business person. Like, you would have to be about business, it would seem to me. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, when I interviewed Malik Yoba, he said something interesting, got a bunch of people riled up. He said that Tupac talked about helping the hood, but Nipsey actually did it.
Tupac talked a lot about what we need to do for the community. And obviously, with his mother, Afeni, who was a Panther, and, you know, by extension, the breakfast programs, education programs, all that kind of stuff that he was steeped in, he spoke to those things. But Nipsey was actually doing those things. The interesting thing about him is that he wasn't on everybody's radar like that, right? And I think that it's the tragedy cracked open the truth of what dude was really doing, and that's what fucks people up, because you realize, man, this dude was really doing it.
Nah, Pac helped a lot of people, bro. Pac went broke helping people. Do you know that?
Right.
All the time.
No, I know that, and I'm close to the Outlaws and stuff like that. And Pac was supporting his family.
Absolutely. All of his
supporting
friends.
his little homies and stuff like that.
Man, he pretty much raised Napoleon them, like.
Right, 100%.
So, yeah.
100%. I'm not doubting this at all. But Pac, I think, was more of a pure artist. He wasn't really a business person at that stage of his life as a 25-year-old.
He probably couldn't get there because he had too much controversy, bro. Like,
right.
Every time he probably got to a point where he thought he was going to do something, here comes something else.
Here comes a new lawsuit. Here comes a new arrest.
So he probably had intentions.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, Pac essentially died broke.
Yeah, I know.
He had a few $1,000s to his name. Now, he had millions coming, and this is established.
No, I know about this.
Yeah, he had millions coming, but at the time that he died, he had like $10,000 and a bunch of leased cars. Whereas Nipsey, I think, took time to start businesses and stuff like that, which took away from the amount of time he had to work on music. Because Pac, look how much music Pac had.
Yeah, yeah.
Look how many more songs Pac had.
Well, Pac would do a lot of songs in a day too.
Exactly.
I don't know if Nipsey did that.
No, Nipsey was a slower. I've heard stories that Nipsey took forever.
Yeah, yeah.
You ask for a verse for Nipsey, you might wait 6 months for it.
Well, I mean, tied up with all this stuff, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he had a lot going on. He was more of a business person.
Yeah.
Not to say one is better than the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to say business people are better than artists or
But
vice
see, Pac
versa.
said that he was going to spark the brain that sparked the change.
Yeah.
Nipsey was a Pac fan, as are many artists. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at it that way. You know what I mean? Pac probably felt or knew that he wasn't going to get the chance to, you know, maybe somewhere deep down he probably felt, I'm not going to get the chance to be, you know, to build like Nipsey and stuff. But I'm going to spark somebody's brain from this music that's going to do it. And somebody still got to carry on what Nipsey did. See? It got to keep going. It got to get better and better and better. God willing, anyway, so.